Hello and welcome to Trackday Manager. This is a new race team management game that has popped up on Steam Early Access. I have never touched it before in my life, but I bought it for your viewing pleasure, and hopefully it's something that we can run parallel to Grand Prix World, that maybe it's interesting to you. It's not open wheel racing, as far as I can tell, but I'm about to dive in and set some stuff up, and then we'll see how it works, and if you guys are interested, maybe we'll press onwards and upwards. Speak to you soon. Okay, so we've set up our team, Zero Race Engineering, with Barry Clunge at the wheel, motorsport legend that he is, obviously. Let's see how this works. Oh, I've got an achievement for filling in a form. I suppose that's the world we live in these days. And a crash. Okay, so we're back in, and this appears to be our workshop. That was proof where it needed that just don't buy just don't buy an ATI graphics card. It just isn't worth it. I'm going back to NVIDIA next time. So that's assuming actually that the video I took of that middle segment worked. If not, welcome to Zero Race Engineering. We need to buy a car for Barry Clunge, who is our driver. We have a selection of cars available. What's our budget? 450,000. So we can go for, I guess that's supposed to be a Dodge Viper. I would guess. I guess that's an Aston Martin. Bentley. And a Ferrari. I mean, it is in early access, so just bear in mind that the selection of cars available will be limited at the moment. Let's take a look at the stats. Which is the lightest? Okay, so the UMA Shroud, which is the Ferrari variant, is the lightest. It's also the fastest. It's good acceleration, decent handling. The acceleration on the Avalanche is pretty good, but that's the only good thing about it. However, we are incredibly inept, and so what that means is we need an incredibly inept car to go with us. So we're going to do things the British way, and we're going to take this Aston Martin equivalent. What are the ECU stats? Apparently that button just lights up. Early access, we're not judging, And we now have a car. Okay, so this is where we change components apparently. We only have 6,000 available, so we can't actually buy any of these additional parts. Oh no, we can change the wings. These will make us a little bit faster, but reduce downforce. I think we can probably afford to do that. We've got an ECU that increases our top speed massively, but hits our fuel economy and the acceleration massively. I don't think any of those are a good option for us right now. We can take some premium brakes. Can we get brakes and that rear wing? No, we can't. Everything else, I guess we'll have to run stock for now. Do we want wings or brakes? Wings or brakes? Let's go for brakes. Brakes are important. Is that installed now? Yeah, it seems to be. Okay, then we'll decide a livery. Oh, which we can't do. Although we can change the colour of the the car, we're going to go for that Minardi-esque midnight blue kind of look. Can we make it matte? That's pretty cool. That gloss level's a bit much. Go for something like that. And yeah, I like that with the yellow wing mirrors. That's pretty cool. We haven't unlocked any rims or tyres just yet, but that's to be expected. Okay, what else can we do? I don't know where that takes us. Oh, I've just undone my good work. Let's make that happen again. Another sneeze for you there. And we'll turn the gloss down again just a little bit. Yeah, like it. Like it. Now, I know there are sponsors in this game. At least that's my belief. Yes, here we go. So, what's the deal? Number of signed contracts. Yellow border indicates the sponsor is signed. That's a sponsor loyalty level. We've got time to manage. I like this. I like this very much. Okay, so we contact them and then we can offer things like a gift or event tickets, so on. And then you negotiate the contract. See, this is better than a lot of other games have handled it. And then we place the sponsors. See, I was hoping you could sort of drag and drop them, but I mean, I'm fine with there being this sort of large, medium, small kind of thing. That's pretty good. We've got team to manage. This looks pretty in depth, actually. I'm not going to bore you by going through all this live, but let's see who we can capture. Now, this colour system must be how difficult it is to work with them. Yes, it is. So we have 10 time units. I am going to make a risky punt for Unity, because I'm learning the Unity engine as it is. Or Hella, actually, because they fit in with our colour scheme quite nicely. If you've played this game before, you're probably looking at this and thinking, that's a stupid move you're making, and I've no doubt that it is, but let's take that 2% chance. Now, I guess they need to know us a little bit better first. Okay, so instead we're going to go for someone else who matches. Let's go for Gate Bill. Please answer, you shower of bastards. No. Then let's try somebody else while we've got the chance. Let's try Pack Racing Springs. I'm not bothering emailing because no one answers emails, everyone knows that. Here we go. Send them a small gift. Contract declined. Okay, so you've got to sort of build up trust with them. I understand how it works now. I understand how it works. Okay, so we're not going to be running with sponsors initially. That's not necessarily a big problem for me. Let's see what the races are like. Let's do a quick race. And now, as I understand it, you sort of give orders and you sort of manage the resources of the car, but the car drives itself, which is good because, you know, you're here for the management experience, not for anything else. And it's now looking for a game. This is an online game. So we will be playing primarily against other players, but I think, if I understood correctly, you can get AI teams and cars running. There doesn't seem to be a private league system as yet, but maybe I've just missed out on that. We have a rubbish car, but at least it looks okay. It has seemingly either got no air in the tyres or sunk completely through the ramp, but you know, that's just kind of the ineptitude we expect from ourselves. I'm going to join you once this connects to something, because who even knows what's going to happen at this point. Back in a sec. Okay, so welcome. Race begins in 20 seconds. Weather is dry. We're going to go for the hard compound tyre. And I don't even know what any of this means. We'll go for the hard compound tyre so we don't have to change. Okay, what are these? Overtake on the left and right. Put the pedal to the metal, tail the car in front. Something with things. I don't know how many of these are real players and which ones are not, but that's fine. Boot it. Okay, so we want to overtake him on... What are you doing, you useless gibbon? I don't know what any of this means. Got temperatures, and now the game is crashing apparently. Ah, I see. Overload gets him to really put the boot down. Oh, go on, my son. That's it, we've gained some positions there. Now we're going to let him cool off a little bit. Put your boot down, you useless twat. Yep, now we're overheating. So obviously we have to invest in cooling. And that guy's getting some drag off us. What's the deal here? I don't know what any of this does. I should have read the instructions. Okay. Ow, we've got curse power to deploy. Oh, we've overheated. I didn't pay attention. So, like F1, I suppose it's best to use the curse power out of the slower corners. It's okay, we're learning together. It's fine. So everything's overheated a little bit. The tyres are too hot as well. But we do seem to be closing up to them. The weather is changing. What does that mean for us? Who even knows? We're coming up to cross the line, which means we get the curves back, and we'll put the boot down out of this corner. Try and overtake on the side. Oh, let's get the overheat off. Bit of a drift there. I'm getting some wear on the rear tyres. I'm liking this so far, I'll be honest with you guys, I am, I'm impressed. We've picked the wrong car, I think that's fair to say. But it should have the fuel efficiency actually to enable us to make the most of the harder compound of tyre. So who knows, maybe that actually pays off. I'm also not sure at what point it's... yeah, go on, get through. I'm not sure at what point we're supposed to... that was our personal best lap. I'm not sure at what point we should be changing our tyres. The track temperature is increasing. Let's try and build a gap. And once we come out of this slow corner section, we'll get the curves on. Now we're making some progress. Heat, so we'll turn that off. And let's, yeah, the curve should get us past that Raptor, I hope. No, apparently not. Oh, we're low on fuel. Okay, then we'll pit on this lap. So the tyres we picked were wrong. Catch up to this guy. We're now running 5th, which is pretty good, but we're yet to stop, of course. There's quite a lot to keep an eye on, which I like. I think it's important in any management sim that they give you enough to do. That guy's going to catch us up if we're not careful. Not that it matters, because we're pitting now anyway, and I'm not sure if he's pitted. That curve really does help on that uphill slope. Oh, you bastard. Let's turn that off. And everyone into the pits. So actually, we've done alright. We're running 2nd apparently. What do I do here? I don't know if that's good or not. I have no idea. Let's put the ECU on. Okay, we've come out back behind the TrackdayManager.com car, so exactly where we were before all the excitement happened. However, we've developed a better understanding of what's going on. Oh, we've overheated the car, but so's the guy behind. Okay, so we know to be careful with that. I don't mind if we come last in our first race. I don't like that it shortened the team name to just 0. I'm getting a distinct Scandinavian theme out of everything as well, which is cool. Everyone loves the Scandinavians. Boot down on the downhill section here and hope we can carry the speed through. Unlucky on your overheating. And again, I think it's fine to overload down the straights because that's where you've got the maximum benefit for it. And out of here, slam the curves on a bit. So we obviously didn't fuel the car correctly, I think that's fair to say. More curves. I'll tell you what, I mean, it was a little unstable to begin with, but I blame that really on on my graphics card, which has been just ridiculous since I've got it, really. If you're sort of on the fence a little, and maybe you've spotted this on Steam before I did and aren't really sure whether to drop the cash, I'd say yeah, I'd say it's promising. It's very promising. I mean, maybe there's some more camera angles to enjoy. I don't want to dabble with it too much because I'm only just getting the hang of it. But I'd say it's definitely shaping up nicely, and you know, to have the game properly rendered, I think is important. Let's turn off the ECU, and let's hope we can make this fuel last. I don't know if we're going to get in front of these guys, but they are fighting with each other, which helps us out. Always covering the line, you sneaky bastard. No, his car is just faster. I think ours corner's a little bit better. But that's fine. I've always been a big believer that there's the most to gain through handling, really, through good grip, through being stable through the corners, and I think that's starting to pay off. Plus, the TrackdayManager.com car has actually come into the pits now, which has given us a few places. We're in the top 10 at least. This expert racing car needs to get out of our way, so we'll block him in this corner. Oh, we carried an excellent amount of speed through that corner complex. Let's see if we can't. I shouldn't be using the overload function, I've just remembered, because we might not finish the race. I think we're going to run out of fuel. Yes, we are. Fuel level, we're going to a soft compound of tyre. That's a real pisser, but we're learning. We are learning. And we're not the only ones pitting on the final lap, so... put that soft compound of tyre on. And that was a faster pit stop, but it should be, given... Oh, you get past him. You get past that fug. I'll be happy if we don't finish last. Right. I'm not worried about managing fuel or temperature at this stage. That ECU profile, whatever it is, really does burn up the fuel. No, I think we have to accept a last position here. Although we did make a profit, $543. And we finished without any fuel. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. So, that was Trackday Manager. It's crashed again. Thank you very much for joining me.